Testing, testing. Just make sure everything's working. Is everything working? Testing, testing. I think we are good to go. All right. Let's do this. All right, here we go. We're reacting to the Wing Chun philosophy documentary, and it's in 4K, so the best quality possible. Here we go. All right, so the musician, make sure everything's correct. All right, we're good. This is volume. Oh, yeah. Boshan, what did that say? Boshan, Lingnan, Tandi, and Vincent Lo presents Wing Chun philosophy. Got it. I'm assuming that's what that says. Alright, here we go. That's some beautiful music. Nice. I am going to be pausing a lot, so don't get upset if I do.
Wing Chun嘅
He has
權利
greatly
法報
influenced
係對
how I
我
deal
處
with both
世
my
做
personal and
事
business
做
life.
人
Yeah,
有
that's
好大
fair.
嘅影響。
I mean, not all martial arts influence their, have some
你冇可能
influence
淨
on
係拉
personal
琴
life.
嗰一剎那係放鬆，
Mhm.
但係你轉個頭放低。
True, you gotta be relaxed the entire time, and you can't be. And when you do other things, you also have to learn to be relaxed. Yeah, I agree with that.
其實你個人好
that.
繃緊嘅。練琴又好，練
When
Wing
you
Chun 又
practice
好，應該
shallow
個
Wing
人
Chun,
平
you should
衡
remain
落
calm,
嚟
peaceful. That is how it
，peaceful，
should be.
我覺得係。
Yes, you should remain peaceful attitude. I agree with that. But that doesn't mean you need to be peaceful when you're, like, with you have to be too soft with the entrance or stuff like that. But yeah, I agree. You should be remaining calm and don't let your anger take control of you. Otherwise, you might do something that you don't want to do. You won't do normally. Yeah.
頭幾堂之後咧，咁我就
What
發
do
覺
you
功
realize?
夫原來可以係咁簡單，可以。
Yes, Kung Fu can be simple and straightforward, but there's layers to it as well.
係咁直接嘅。人嘅煩惱通常因為太多嘢。
Yes.
學咗詠春之後咧，
Learning
我就
Wing
識
Chun.
得將多餘
I
嘅
know
嘢
people
攞
that-
走咯。
Yeah, that's fair. I agree with him. It's fair.
I was introduced to Wing Chun because my father loves Wing Chun so much.
I love it too,
and named
yeah.
me Wing Chun.
Well, I don't know about naming
When
my
I
kid
draw,
that, but
just like Wing Chun,
Mhm.
there's the technical piece. You have
Yeah.
to draw it out first. Then
I can see that aspect in Wing Chun.
you kind
Yeah.
of let your creativity and you let your energy flow.
Yeah,
And
I
with
agree.
art, that's where the paint comes in, and you mix
Yes.
different colors, and you really make it beautiful. And
Seeing
I
like
think in my
everyone has their own
personal life,
interpretation
that's
of
what's
it.
helped me the most.
You're based on your creativity of the person. Yes.
詠春就係用感覺去做
Pardon?
咯。
Yes,
當然啦，
I
要去
agree.
到藝術，即係
Learn
話你
and
精
performed
先
by a
去到
master.
藝術
Yes.
咯。
Trust me, I've experienced it firsthand. It's
技
nice.
術層面，
大家經歷過好
It's
多
got a nice
唔
rooted
同嘅
stance. I
需
like
求
it.，
但我哋往往要作出決
One
策
must
嘅
have
時候咧，
principles
我哋
to
需要
make
自己有
decisions.
一個底線，我邊啲嘢係唔
One
會做，
should
邊
do
啲嘢
or
係
not
需要
do.
做
Yeah,
嘅。
that's fair.
咁呢個亦都係詠春嘅法則。
Yeah, I agree. That's a good core philosophy.
我邊啲嘢係唔
What
會
one
做，
should
邊
do
啲
or
嘢係
not
需要
do.
做嘅。咁呢個亦都係
This
詠
is
春
the
嘅法則。
philosophy of Wing Chun. Yeah, to do something or to not do something is one of the philosophies of Wing Chun. Yes, that means Wing Chun. Yes. Here we are in Foshan, Lingning Kandi. Sorry if I mispronounced the
我係
names.
羅康瑞。
Vincent Lau.
我
Hi,
哋而家喺佛
Vincent.
山嶺南天地。
Foshan, Southern
佛
China.
山係
Right?
詠春發揚光大嘅地方。
Yes, it
我
mended
哋
it.
希
Yeah.
望今次拍呢個特輯呢，係可以將詠春嘅精
The
要、
principles
詠
and
春嘅法度
philosophy of Wing
係
Chun.
介
All
紹
right,
俾大
guys, get
家。
ready.
因為我自
This
己
one
學
can
習
maybe
詠春
become
之
a
後呢，
better,
係做人做事
more
對我自
successful
己有好
person.
大嘅
That's
幫
fair.
助。
I mean, hey, you gotta
佛
learn
山
some of
市
your
係
stuff.
位於中國嘅南
City in
部，
Southern China.
係
Right?
詠春一代宗師
Hometown of Yip
葉
Man.
問
That's
嘅
correct.
故鄉。葉問一生致力
Great
將
master.
詠春
Yes,
發揚
and he taught
光
Bruce
大。
Lee and other
而
bunch of other
家喺
famous
世
people.
界
Yes.
任何一個角落，我哋都可以揾到詠春嘅足跡。
A very cool another go. Yep. It's one of the main reasons this art. I would argue he's the main reason this art is as popular as it is, and how much influence it really has. It's amazing how much of the different expressions and creativity can come from one man. Depending on the way he taught you. Like younger Yip men probably taught a lot differently than older Yip men, and throughout different, students learned very differently depending on their body structure and how they really are. Yeah, it's amazing that one man can influence an art so much.
我15歲跟何金永
15 to
師
begin
傅
learning
學習詠
Hong
春，
Kong
何師傅
That's a
係
long
葉
time.
問嘅入
Yeah.
室弟子。
Yip Man's disciple.
我
Yeah.
師弟呂明輝，佢而家喺
Because
佛
directly from Yip Man, that's just a good sign.
山、澳門同埋香港
Which
傳
is
授
social
詠
in
春
Hong Kong,
拳法。
Hong
好，
Kong.
可以
Oh,
開始
nice.
玩啦。
Maybe I'll
開
check
頭
some of
冇
these
乜
people
特
out
別
after
有
this.
咩興趣
Chris
嘅
is not
其實
particularly
一開始
interested.
咗學咁
So
師
my
傅
Sifu
會
explained
講
the
下啲用
practicality
法
and
啊，講
philosophy
下
of
詠
Wing
春啲
Chun.
法度，
Yes.
咁就覺得
Everything he said made a
好
lot
合
of
理
sense.
啊，好多方法好巧妙啊，咁
And the
就開
movements
始
were very
即係有啲
effective.
上
So
癮。
I was hooked. Yes, you see them chain punching
我哋
and
不
they're
斷
not
重複練習每一個
doing
動
like
作
the。Ip Man movies where they're like, you know, they're going full, they're doing full extensions and they're dropping their hands and they're sinking.
練習每一個動作，好似小念頭
They're
練
not
習嘅
just
時候，我哋動作係
yes,
好緩慢
they're
嘅。
slow on purpose.
緩慢係學習放鬆同埋
Yes.
控制我哋嘅身體，因為詠春拳法係非常科學化
Positioning,
嘅
yes,
標
is
準
important.
正確嘅位置係非常
Now, just because I'm a bigger dude, positioning is one of the most crucial things. But in my opinion, if you can't do like a certain position because of your body type, that doesn't mean you can't do the art.
要。所以我哋盡量放鬆全身嚟練習每一個動作，然後將呢啲動作潛
Physically
移默
defend
化成為
oneself
我哋
is very
身體
modern
嘅
life.
關
Yes, it
鍵
is.
動作。
However, we often
喺日
face
常
other
生活裏
challenges
邊，我哋
in our
未
home
必
or
需
business
要
life.
用到
Yes.
武術同其他人
Yes.
去搏鬥，但係我哋
Like
仲會
Wing Chun
遇上不同
philosophy
嘅人生角力，
when
無
facing
論
these
喺家庭
challenges.
生活或者工作上。
We
當
can
面
learn
對
to
各種
yes.
衝擊嘅時候，
Yeah.
我哋能夠運用詠春嘅法度，
Yes, I agree.
我哋就能夠控制
Right, that's
自
what I used
己
for，the thumbnail.
控制對手。
Nice. You see how he
呢個
controlled
我
him
哋就
like
能
that?
夠控制
Like how he's using his
自己，
entire body. You can tell that he's sinking
控制
and
對
using his
手。
entire weight, which is a mistake that I see a lot of Wing Chun people do. They don't sink. They don't use their entire body to attack or defend.
呢個就係詠春嘅精要。
Yes, I agree. But I do also agree that modern training methods are also important as well. What form is
係
this?
需要嘥少少時間
I
去
don't think I
磨
can do
練
that.
嘅。好嘅師傅
Yes,
通
it
常會
does.
俾啲時間你磨練咯。根基
Yes.
好嘅時候咧，你嘅進步係無窮無盡。
Yes, I agree. That with most martial arts, you will always improve. See how he's adjusting his
學習
students,
詠春
the way he's
係需要
punching?
經過
Like before, he was punching a little sideways, and teacher's like, no, punch straight.
學習
Good.
詠春係需要經過長時間
See,
艱
he's
苦嘅
still,
鍛鍊，
even with the
先由
students
少年
for
頭
years,
開
he
始，
still learns how to
然
grip
後
them.
係尋橋同埋標誌，
Yes, it does.
先由
Here
少
we
年
go.
頭開
Siu
始。
Nim Tao is the little idea, or little thoughts, I guess, which is the one on the left.
然後係
Chum
尋
Kiu is
橋同埋
sinking the
標
bridge in the one
誌
middle,
呢
and
三
Yu
套
Z
套
just
路。
means trusting
不
fingers.
過
Yeah.
如果你唔能夠掌握詠春嘅權理
If you don't understand the essence and philosophy, you're not going to be a good Wing Chun
法
practitioner.
度，
Yes.
呢啲套路都只係一啲空泛嘅
Mechanical
動
movements.
作。
Yes. Centerline. Here we go. Also, why did they capture? I guess they're not really speaking English. So that's fair. Centerline. Here we go. Here we're gonna analyze centerline. I knew they were gonna do this. One of the most important things about Wing Chun.
詠
Good.
春其中一個最重要嘅
You
點
see how
就
he's
係
rooted and he's putting his entire weight into the dummy.
詠春
Root,
其中一個
Yuma.
最
There's
重要
Yuma,
嘅
and he shifts and puts his entire body weight into the one dummy. He's relaxed, but he's also using his entire body weight, which is something that most people that I see online do not realize you have to do.
就係108式嘅木人裝法。
Good. See, he's sinking, he's flowing, he's going up and down. He's not just staying in one spot, just upright. He's
呢
moving,
108式
using
係
his
融
entire
合
weight and
咗
using his
小
footwork.
念頭、尋橋同埋
Yes.
標指嘅
The
手
one dummy is
法、
all
步
three
法
forms.
同埋腿法。
Has moved
只
from
有
all
當
three of
你
the
精
basic
通
forms.
咗詠春嘅法度之後，
Yeah.
你先至可以將呢
Yes,
108式全面
that's fair.
發揮。
Yeah. See, he's using his entire weight. He's rotating his body. He's using his hip,
而
his
家
shoulder.
雷師傅
and
就
his
喺度
upper
示
body
範
are all
緊
the
詠
rotating.
春嘅木人裝法。
Every
無
part
論
of his
佢
body
身
is
處喺邊
rotating.
個位置，佢
Yes.
都能夠保持自己
Yes,
嘅
he
中
always
線
keeps in
同
the
埋
center.
位置。
No matter where he is, he's always rotating and keeping
我
in the
哋要
center.
用嘅時候個法度就喺呢度去發揮出嚟。
Immediately, yes.
啊
I've
即係好似
seen
譬
some
如
of
雷
this.
師傅咁，
Here we
一
go.
過嚟嚇，我哋攞咗，我上落去中線攞唔到。
Yes.
咁我又落翻呢個中線嗱，佢又幫我中
Yes.
線啊，
Good.
我咪蝕晒俾
You
佢
see
攞
that?
位。
Yeah. Up the kung fu outfit, of course. They gotta appeal to the audience. I didn't understand that. But you see that earlier? Let's go over that.
我又落翻呢個中線嗱，佢又幫我中線。
See how he's using his entire body, like in the techniques? Like we're gonna see here. Bong Sao. But he comes in with the whole rotated Bong Sao, another rotated Tom Sao. We're using their whole body and sinking their weight into each strike. So Wing Chun just doesn't have soft stuff. It also has the hard techniques. You must, yes, you're relaxed, but you're also using your whole body.
大家可以睇到，雷師傅係好識得發勁嘅，
Yes.
攞到個準確嘅位置。
Yeah.
當佢攞到對手嘅中線嘅時候呢，對
You
手
compromise
係
your
會
centerline,
有
they're
好大嘅
fucked.
壓力。
喺數學同物理上，中線係即係比較
That's
短
the
嘅距
physics,
離
yes.
到對方。
Yes, it is the
大
shortest
家都
distance.
喺
That's
個
why
危
we
險區
punch.
裏面。
If you're understanding why we punch vertical, it's because it's the shortest distance, and how do you get the most power in the shortest distance possible? You vertical punch and you rotate your fist
即係你
sometimes.
喺外邊入嚟，同埋我直線去。
You will always get there
變
first.
咗你個
Yeah.
人位入同埋個直線入。
我手標出去之後，呢個係呢個角度
Yes,
係斜
I
嘅
agree.
有嘢嚟，基本上好似一個三角
Yes.
咁會線開嘅。咁所以
Yes,
我
that's
哋
true.
搶邊個搶到中
First
線
has the
邊
upper
個就
hand. I really agree. That's why it's offense is more important, and you do that first.
數咯。好多人以為詠春好中意打頭，其實一般對手多數中意打我哋個頭。
Yes, the
佢打我
opponents
頭，
often
我自然
attack the
一
head.
接咧就喺翻個頭去，因為
Punch your head. Yes, we don't typically attack the head, but our counter attack to a head punch is a head punch. Yeah.
你需要平衡啊嘛。
You need to find
譬如
balance.
你
Yes.
直隨打我頭，好
You
似
check my
我
head.
用直隨
You use
穿
the
翻
punch
咗
to
我攞條
counter
中
attack.
線，
Yes,
你
you
直
can.
隨咪線咗去側邊咯。
Yes. Exactly.
詠
That's
春
good.
嘅權利係以
Its
呢
essence
一
is to be attack and defend at the same time as well.
個中線為主。呢個係我哋做人咧
Yes.
1000年都唔會變。
It's one of the
如果我
main
哋做人
centers
冇嗰個宗
parts.
旨，
We don't have guiding
Well,
principles in our
Buffett
lives.
Jones,
How can we accomplish our goals? Exactly. Everyone has their moral guidance and their physical guidance to make their decisions. And whether the decisions are good or bad, you need your guidance to make those decisions.
自己亦都係唔會造成一個有作為嘅人。
Yes. That's how you
譬
apply
如
it
話
to
我而
life.
家每一日嘅時間24小時，我
Yeah.
係唔夠用嘅。
There's never enough
但
time to learn
係我先
everything.
定咗我中線，
Yes, you
我係
gotta
咪要
set
先
your
照顧我
priorities.
屋企
Should I
先
take care of
呢？
my family first?
我係咪需要
Or
時
should
間
do
去
this
做
stuff?
我生意上嘅工
Yeah.
作呢？朋友嘅時間係要幾多呢？我安排好咗之後，我知道嗰個就係我自己嘅中線啦。
Yes. Siu Nim Tao, little idea, little thoughts. Yes, here we go. The first form. I'm
喺
going
任
to
何一
analyze
場
this.
搏鬥裏邊，我
Like
哋都
hell.
需要保持清晰嘅
Yes.
頭腦。
Clear head. Don't let your emotions take care.
呢一個
There we go.
拳手只係用緊佢嘅
You
矛
see how
力
he's
去進攻
ducking?
對手。
You see, you don't typically see
呢
head
一個拳
movement,
手
but I like that. He starts out with a Tan Sao,
只係
another one,
用緊
and he does a
佢嘅
duck
盲力去
and hits him. I like the fact that when he's even when he's backing
佢
up,
嘅
he's
對
still
手
throwing
就
something out.
保持冷靜，
Yes.
輕鬆到好似唔
Well, he's not
使
exactly
咁
doing Wing
就
Chun,
可以
but
將佢
yes,
擊
he's
倒
being
啦。
calm and stuff. Yeah.
喺生活裏邊，我哋
Yes.
經常會面對
There
各
are many
種各樣
difficulties in
嘅難
everyone's
題，
life. Yes.
就好似一場搏
Much like in a
鬥，
fight,
要面對好多
you
唔
need
同
to face.
嘅挑戰。
Yes, you need to face your challenges head on and stop avoiding them. That's one of the main things about Wing Chun. You face and not only the physical stuff head on, straight in. You also face the mental stuff straight up.
如果我哋唔能夠保持冷靜，
Fail to keep calm.
就冇辦法做出
You will
正
fail to make
確
the
嘅
right
決
decision.
定。
Yes.
我初初學詠春嘅時候
Wing
咧，
Chun
咁
lessons,
師傅
okay.
要我對住
My
個
master taught me
鏡
Siu Nim
去
Tao.
學個
In
小
front of the
念頭，
mirror.
去練習小念頭，亦都要我紮
I
馬
practiced for
去
45
到成
minutes in a
40分
stationary
鐘，
stance.
隻手係
With
喐
only
得好
minimal
慢
hand
嘅。
movements.
咁我初初
Geez, 45 minutes?
硬係唔明白
Roots
點解
behind
需要
this.
咁樣做咧？
Yes. I mean, I didn't either. 45 minutes is a while though, but I get why he does it.
小
You
念頭
understand
係
each
第一
part
日
of
就
Siu Nim
要
Tao.
學嘅嘢，亦都係最
First
主要。
and most important, yes, it's the foundation of the art. If you're not good at Siu Nim Tao, you're not going to be good at Wing Chun. Straight up, that's how it is. It's like how in boxing, if you're not good at a hook punch, or defending a hook punch, or doing one, you're not going to be good at boxing. Even if your jab is really good, one element is missing, the rest will fail.
一來練控制咯，亦都係練埋我哋嘅位置，因為初初練要攞條中
Yes,
線。
good. everything. See how he's thrusting too? Like he's using his rotation even right here. Where he's thrusting. He's thrusting out on every single movement. That is what you should do to get power. Thrust. Oh no, that's flex out. You don't thrust flex out. You grab. But he's still. You see how he's still sinking with his arm downwards? Like, yeah, he's supposed to do that, but you can tell that he's really using his elbow. And you see how his hand isn't on his body? Where it's close to his body, but it's not next to his body. That's a mistake a lot of people make too. They stick close to the body, which, if you stick close to your body, you get hit in the face. Or hit in that whatever area. It'll damage you. Even if you block it, it'll still damage you. Yeah. Good. Huan Sao. Huan Sao? Something like that? Good Huan Sao. I like how minimal they are. They're use the Huan Sao to close in, to transition to a different attack. And they have to be small and tight. And that's the brace if you get hit. That's the neck strike. That's the eye gouge. That's the push. That's the Tan Sao and to grab and pull. Yes. Yes, nothing will be doing Tan Sao. May look easy, yes. Without good practice, you will lose your balance, yes. Yes. See, he's stable. Yes, see? See how he's thrusting and he's still using his lats to collapse in. See how he's still turning? He's still rotating. There's still rotation in this. They may not look like it, but there still is. You see how his Bong Sao, right there, rotating? He used the momentum of the arm putting down to use his Bong Sao and use his rotation and his lats to do everything, which is good. Now, he maybe do stuff differently than me because I'm from the Muay Thai lineage, so there's differences. Like, for example, that movement right there where he puts his palms down like that, we just put them down. We don't rotate up like he does. But and his straight punches are a little to the side, but you know, it's his lineage. I'm not going to judge because my lineage does them completely straight. But if it works for him, then it works for him. And I'm not going to devalue something because it doesn't work for me. You see how peaceful he is? How he's just standing there? Letting the calmness. Yes, exactly. Of course, the one hand behind the back thing, yeah. Of course, you wouldn't do this in an actual fight, but you see how he's using the sinking of the weight to block everything? Even if it is just one block, he's still using his whole body to do that and push and everything.
只有保持平靜嘅心境，放鬆身體，
Yes.
我哋先至可以喺危急嘅情況。
Yes, I agree. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't do the hard training. You should also remain calm when you're doing the hard training, because the hard training and conditioning is important as well. I have seen a lot of people say that, oh, you go to the gym and lift weights. My God, I can't speak. Lift weights. It's bad for your Wing Chun. You're going to get too big and too slow. No, you got to have a balance of lifting weights. Lifting weights. Why did I say lifting weights? Lifting weights and, you know, doing Wing Chun. You got to find your balance. It'll make you stronger. You got to find your balance. And yes, if you do it too much, you will become too big and too strong. But that's like Olympic level. You gotta train your strength. You gotta get stronger. You gotta condition. Most Wing Chun people I've seen do not do the conditioning exercises, and it fucks them up because they're not tough enough to take a hit.
之下，作出果斷正確嘅抉擇。
I would say this is a very good documentary so far. We're only like 12 minutes in, but I love it so far.
Siu Nim Tao將詠春
Alright, let's see if chat has said anything yet.
各種基本動作
Drills are taught
分
in
開
different
鍛
sets.
鍊，
Yes, I agree.
包括二字
So
橋
this
洋馬、
chapter 2 abduction stance.
攤
Yes.
手、
Town sao.
綁
Yes.
手、
Bong sao.
伏手。
Folk sao. Yes, I
呢啲
agree.
動作係詠春非常
They're
重要
close
嘅
to
基
the
本
running
功，
of Wing
我
Chun.
哋要
Yes.
反復
To
練
practice them
習，
feel accuracy
直
and
至掌握
understanding.
動作
Yes, I
嘅
agree.
位置同埋精要。但係大家
However,
睇
first
起呢
question
啲
is
咁
asked
簡
if
單
they
嘅
are
動作，
practical.
會唔
Yes,
會
I
覺得
agree.
佢哋冇乜實際
That's
嘅
fair.
用途呢？詠春拳法透過
Wing
一啲
Chun
特
claims to
定嘅動作，
maximize
將人體嘅潛能發
potential
揮
of
到
the
最
human
盡。
body. Yes.
呢位係李博士，
This is Dr.
佢
Justin
係
Lee. Here we
嚟
go.
自香港中文
Chinese
大學
University's
運動
from
表
the
現迫力
Mechanics
學
Lab.
實驗室，佢會用一
He will
連串
conduct
嘅
a
實
variety
驗
of
去
tests
測
regards
試
to
各種詠春
practicality
嘅動作，俾大家
of
可以
Wing Chun's
理解
movements
到
philosophies.
詠
Here
春
we
嘅
go.
法
Here's the
度同
sciencey
埋個
part of it.
實用性。
今日嘅測試
His
入邊咧，
experience
我哋會
with
睇一睇
Sifu's
師傅
foot
二字
pressure.
鉗羊
Here we
馬
go.
嘅
Let's
足
see
底
the
壓力
science
同埋
behind
重
it
心嘅分佈。
from the
咁我
University
哋
of
會
China.
為
Here
佢
we
裝
go.
上呢一個鞋墊，佢呢
Insoles.
個鞋墊
So
咧有99
they will
個
track
傳
everything.
感器，我
Yes.
哋可以睇到師傅做唔同動作嘅
Each
時候
part
個
of
壓
foot.
力嘅
Where
分
is the
佈。
咁
pressure
喺
the
實
most?
驗嘅
Yeah.
開始，我哋會叫師傅去
30
揸一個
seconds,
二字
okay.
鉗羊馬30秒啦，然之後佢係會打一個日字
Sun
衝拳。
fist. All right. Well,
咁
we
喺
do it
實
differently,
驗
but
結果入
yes.
邊咧，你會見到有一個圓圈
Yeah,
咧，代表
exactly.
咗佢嘅重心嘅位置。越鮮豔嘅顏色咧，亦代表足底壓力越大。師傅去做埋日字衝拳嘅時候，
Yeah,
我
where
哋
is the
見
foot
到
pressure
個
is
足底壓力咧，都依然
evenly
喺
spread
個
throughout
均
the
分佈
entire
喺腳
foot.
板後
Yes.
半部分，而個重心仍然喺腳踭位置。
Center of gravity
咁
is
即係
in
代
the
表
heels.
咗咧呢
Yes.
個二字鉗羊馬嘅穩定
It
性
shows how
咧
stable
係
the
十分之
stance
好。
is.
如果
I
你出
agree.
拳同你平時嘅重心唔一樣，即係話你其中一樣個重心有錯，重心啱嘅，不論你做咩動作，重心應該係一樣。
Remember when
如
you're
果我
performing,
平衡唔好，
do you need to
咁
fit the
我嗰
strikes
個
are not
連貫性
possible
就
for
會影響
balance.
咗，
Yes, I
包括
agree.
我個進退左右移動，同埋拳腳嗰個連貫性都會有影響。
Yes.
譬如攤手啦，基本上都係喺
Trying to figure out
裏
where
面
the-
燒外
you know, why it's
來
black.
嘅力量。當然，我哋練習就擺喺中
Doesn't
間。
hurt the middle in combat.
但係
We move
用
it to
嘅
the
時候，
center. Yes,
我哋
I
當然
agree.
唔係咁對住啦，因為譬如喺側邊嚟嘅力量，我
When
哋
there's
會
a side
我哋叫
attack,
朝迎咧，就係對住對方。
We always turn to
其實
face the
攤手
opponent.
係向
Yes.
前嘅，
Because
對住對
Tim
方
himself
變咗
can
我
only
哋直
negate a
去
force.
抵
Yes.
消外來
Facing the
嘅橫
internal force. I agree. Let's go back and see that again. What he's saying. Practice with our hand on the middle combat. We move it to the
有時候
attacker. Yes.
我哋當然唔係咁對住啦，因為譬如喺側邊嚟嘅力
And
量，
there's
我哋
also
會
side
我哋叫
attack.
朝迎咧，就係對住對
We always
方。
just turn to face the
Yeah,
opponent.
turn
You're
side.
always turning to face the opponent. Get some negate a front force. Yes, you can
對住對方
only
變咗我
negate
哋
a
嘅
front
直力
force.
去抵
Use it
消
facing the external
外
force.
來嘅橫力。
Yes. You'll always turn into an attack. I agree.
攤手係
I'm not a
自己
fan
一
of
啲
glove
正
work,
面
but
嘅
you know, you
攻
gotta
擊啦
adapt.
咁攤手如果我哋嘅動作
If our
擺
time toes
歪
even
少少，我
slightly
哋嘅
off
對手
center,
咧
there
就
would
好
be an
容易
opening
入
for an
咗你㗎
attack.
啦。
Yes,
咁
I
所以我哋
agree.
講嘅精細
So
就一
it's
定
just the
要擺啱
importance
嗰
of
個位
precise
置。
positioning.
咁你再強嘅
Yes.
攻擊咧，
Don't
我哋
correctly
都
can
會
offset
兼得
any.
住。
Yeah, I agree. Yes.
咁今
It's
日咧，
done
我
very
哋就會睇
correctly.
一
If you
睇
step
師
in,
傅擺個攤
don't
手
forget to step in too. You gotta step in. Yeah.
正確啦，同埋唔正確嘅姿勢，睇下佢嘅肌肉嘅活動情況。
麻煩你
Okay,
擺
here
正
we
個
go.
攤手，你度下肌肉嘅力量。OK，咁下一個咧，我哋會做一個錯誤嘅攤手動作，咁你可以隨時開始啦。
See how it's bent to the center like a lot?
咁喺個實驗結果，你會睇到咧，擺正個攤手咧，
10%
師傅
less
喺呢個
energy.
前三角肌入
Yes,
邊
you
咧，
gotta
係會
conserve your
用少
energy
大概
too.
10%嘅力量啦。
如果就咁睇個數據咧，相差只係
Yeah.
得10%。
係，
咁
Mhm.
但係實際嘅效力
Yeah.
遠遠超過呢個數啊！
係。
因為如果唔正確嘅攤手，連個重心都影響埋。但
Yeah,
係如果
he's
我
off
手正
balance.
確咧，不但止我唔
You're
會
still
受
on
力，
balance.
仲
Yeah,
會
you're
受
not gonna
好
get
大嘅影響力。
knocked to the
呢個
ground or
正
anything
確
like
攤
that.
手
Yes.
係啦，你會成個人唔受力㗎。
好，咁跟住而家就試下唔正確嘅攤手會點？
我一樣用實力㗎，我會食翻你。
Yeah, exactly.
有
I
一次
agree.
師傅會教我咯，佢話啊呢個角度係點
Slight change
樣，
of angle.
就
Yes,
會有
I
幾大嘅
agree.
唔同咯。
Slight change of angle is everything. That's one of the everything things. Like a slight change in angle is basically everything. Yes. I agree. Slight change in angle can change everything about the art. Everything.
好特別喎，所以咧
spread-
我嘗試去用一啲詠春嘅諗法
Yes.
去拉琴。
When I had
咁
learned
我
Wing
發
Chun,
現啦，我係大
found
聲
I could
咗
play
拉嘅，
louder
同埋我係
using
唔用力
less
多咗
energy.。 Yes, that's a part of it too. Yeah.
嘅。
See how she's just remaining calm? Be direct. Yes. You gotta be straightforward and direct with your, not just attacks, but with everything. Your philosophy and your stepping in. You see how he stepped in to negate it? That's one of the most important things in Wing Chun. You gotta step in to negate stuff. So if every cooking punch is more powerful. In a certain way, yes. First, yes. Okay, that's just from the dramatic effect. I get it.
大部分嘅拳法咧係要將個拳頭
Yeah,
拉
draw
去
on board. I
然後
go
個身
in.
體
Yeah.
轉咁打出去嘅。詠春拳咧就為咗要做到一種效果，就係
Swiftly as
好快
possible,
到，
so you
人
don't
哋
do
捉
that.
唔到嘅，所以我哋唔拉弓嘅，我哋擺喺度就出去啦。
咁今日咧，我哋做一啲生物力學嘅分析啦。
It also depends. It also helps with not telegraphing, like at all. Because it's the turn, yes, it's powerful, and yes, it's more powerful, but it also helps with telegraphing due to the fact that you're just going straight in and your opponent can predict when you're going straight in. Because they can't look at you. Because they can't look at your rotation of your hips and your body and say, oh, he's going to turn the hair, because it's very obvious.
師傅身上面咧已經貼咗好多嘅肌電感應器啦，咁就可以睇到佢肌肉嘅。
Alright, let's see what his muscle movement does.
可以望一望啦，個實驗結果咧，我哋會見到啲力係由左腳開始傳上嚟嘅。首先由左邊小腿啦，跟住做左邊大腿，然之後去右邊嘅側腹肌，跟住上到胸肌，然之後去傳去前膊，跟住最後咧就係三頭肌同埋前臂咁樣發出嚟。喺臨中靶之前嘅0.05秒，師傅先係捉緊佢嘅前臂啦。一中靶之後嘅15%秒，咁師傅咧就放鬆咗佢嘅前臂肌肉。咁呢一個咧可以見到係去到最後一刻，佢先去捉緊佢嘅拳頭咯。喺頭先嘅實驗咧，我哋睇到你臨中靶之前嘅5%秒嘅時候，你先揸緊拳頭。而中咗靶之後咧，15%。
See, in the moment, you gotta be tense. You gotta tense up when you're hitting to get the power. That's only the only situation. But yeah, you gotta be relaxed afterwards.
咁有冇原因嘅咧？咁樣做？
如果我太早收緊個拳，即係話我啲肌肉太早收緊咗會阻礙咗個速度。如果冇速度嘅拳唔會有殺傷力㗎。咁最嬲尾臨到嗰個先將啲力集中喺個拳嗰度打出去先至有用咯。打完之後亦都要盡快放鬆，因為收翻嚟嘅力咧會幫助出第二拳嗰個力嘅。所以理論上嚟講，應該第二拳重過第一拳。
你拉到咁後，已經掹緊咗隻手啦，咁啲力先鬆到出去咧。好似踩單車你揦住個 brake， 咁你點會發得好？邊有速度咧？我哋要打重都係靠腰馬，靠借個打上去啊嘛。
See, even with simple push, he still did better. See, you know, he's stepping in and using his whole body. Yes, you don't just thrust your body forward. You also rotate.
所以就算直拳，如果用基本上都係攞腰馬打嘅。
I want to learn from him someday because he's pretty good. Yeah, see? Turn and hit, turn and hit, turn and hit. Always starts from the middle, and you always punch from your chest. This may not be the direct route. Yeah, it's fair. My hand was out there here already. I would strike straight from the same position. Yes, I agree. This is what I mean by being direct. I fully agree with this. Charge him to the attack. Yeah, but he's rotating and he's still going in. He's stepping in. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta use your angles too. Here we go. What's next? Chum Kiu. Here we go. I'm not an expert on Chum Kiu. I haven't even touched this form yet. I'm still on Siu Nim Tao, so I'm gonna try my best to give a breakdown of this. Okay, I mean seeking the bridge. You can also close the gap. Oh, how do you... It also using for close the gap. How does a Wing Chun guy fight someone who's like karate and they're at long distance? How does the Wing Chun guy get in? This is the form you use.
Chum Kiu 係小念頭之後嘅
Directly after, yes.
小念頭出手嘅時候個身要唔喐，咁我哋先練習咗點樣將個身體控制成一個整體。到沉轉轉馬嘅時候，我先至可以整體一齊。
Use the whole twisting. It's all about rotating and twisting, as you see he's doing right now, as a whole at once.
Chum Kiu 其實個名講得好清楚咯，未有橋嘅時候要揾橋，好咩意思咯？兩手一接住好似橋咁收曬。
Bridge created between us, yes. I agree. It creates a bridge in between you and the opponent. The bridge being your arm or the leg or stuff like that. Yeah. See how he's fully rotating using his whole body as one and rotational power? That's what Chum Kiu is all about, is rotational power. And closing the gap.
尋橋轉多數都係同一個方向嘅力量，譬如手轉嘅力量同腳轉嘅力量，基本上都係平衡。但係標指可能會有啲唔同嘅方向去轉。
Yeah, that's
譬如我手可能喺上邊落而要轉嘅，尋橋只係咁平轉嘅啫。
Yeah.
所以標指嗰個
Yes, they are.
轉
Fuck
馬
yes,
嘅
they are.
難度又會高咗啲咯。
Thrusting fingers. This is brutal. This is like the brutal
好，
form
今
in
日咧我就
recovery
簡
form.
單咁解釋下
Easy,
標指
yes.
先啊。標指係
Third
乜
form,
嘢
here we
咧？
go.
有啲人講就話係
Some
攻
say
擊
it's a way to
嘅
attack, which it might be.
就係
Form of recovery. I feel like the recovery is better.
救手嚟嘅，唔係叫你睇
Really determines.
係你點樣去救翻。
I agree. Just because you get one strike that's better doesn't mean you're going to win the whole fight. Yes.
你可能你已經失咗啦，俾人撳咗，點樣甩翻？點
Where your
樣
arm
救
is
翻
locked.
自己？
Yes.
師傅圈呢下喺實戰嗰度點樣用得到咧？
平時開馬就咁撥開，
Yeah.
而家點解要圈開咧？因為我哋將
Here we
來有
go.
啲馬上咧係要向
Forward
中線
stance.
行入
Yes.
去嘅。譬如我飆馬嗰時，你可以走。
Yeah. He's cutting him off with
師
the
傅
forward
點解
stance.
你可以變個步變得咁快嘅？
因為其實我只係兩步啊嘛，因為我有一個中軸，你喺外圍走你要走好多步，我只要兩步已經由呢度走到嗰度。
He's pivoting to reach him. Yeah.
佢呢下咧就係練我
I
哋
don't
喐慣呢
typically.
啲手腕啦。
I mean, yeah,
喐
it's
呢個
reach
手指
movement.
其實
Yeah.
係加強咗練指嘅。
Again, I haven't gotten to this form, so
你見呢度
seen a little bit of this, but I haven't gotten to this.
即係手臂唔喐，只係喐嘅手腕，
Yes.
都係練到我哋要控。
Her wrist is movable, but her arm is stable. It teaches your fingers to be stronger.
制住呢
Yes.
度咯，只係手腕喐，前臂係唔會周圍擺嘅。
Exactly. Yes. For recovery's sake.
標指個名喺禪宗嗰個標月之子
Buddhism. Yeah, of course it did.
標
All
月
of
之
this.
子係見月忘子啊，即係望個月唔係。
That's what
唔係
Bruce
睇
Lee
佢手指
said
係睇後
in
嗰
that
下，
movie.
睇你而家。
It's a Wing Chun principle. Yeah.
呢個就係練脱
The
咗
arm
之
seeking
後
form to neutralize and counterattack. Yes, it is.
所以
Through neutralizing your opponent,
呢隻手係基本上係練緊沉落嚟，亦都係練。
you drag your opponent down and follow it with a second strike. Yes, you do.
攞對方嘅手落嚟，呢隻手再打。譬如俾你封咗
Let's say my left arm is being blocked. Yes.
咁我呢度甩咗。
I use my right hand to neutralize the attack. Yes.
由風箏俾
And
人
he's also stepping in.
基本上頭喺呢
He's
度
also
穿咗攞翻
He's
走。
also still
由
rotating.
風箏俾人你可以打，基本上頭喺呢度穿咗攞翻走。
Yes.
呢個咧就係隻手喺咗另外
Here
一
it comes
邊，
at you.
有手喺呢度入，
You're out of
我都要
position.
急，
Yeah.
佢要救
Come
翻。
back in quickly and you turn in.
我
Yes.
喺呢邊，我就喺呢邊走。
That's what that whole elbow thing is for. Is to turn in if you
我發財，
get,
俾人標咗埋
you
嚟
know,
攬個
it's a little
蛋。
too late to, you know,
轉嘅時候
just an
用標
elbow
指
your opponent.
連個
Yes.
櫃踭啱扭
I agree.
住
Yes.
用嘅。
It's effective. Trust me. One of my friends is a wrestler, so striking the opponent,
轉嘅時候
twist and elbow your opponent at the same time.
連個
Yes.
櫃踭啱扭住用嘅，咁就啱好係由失勢
Switching back to
救
your
翻
advantage.
轉翻做
Yeah, I
優勢
agree.
有啲
I
時候
fully
可能
agree. You have no
唔
room
知
to
乜嘢
attack.
手法，俾人逼到可能貼咗啦，冇位走啦，咁可以將呢個
You
帶
pull him
翻
like this,
走
then strike.
再入
Yes.
翻除。
I agree.
都可以嘅。
But it's also situational because if you pull too
呢個
much,
其中一
they
部
can
分
take you
嘅
down.
自救
So you
手
got
法啦
to situation it. You know, you got to figure out when to do it. Two-handed. What does that mean?
既然我哋攞咗位置，我哋就應該
Both of
雙手
okay,
同
yeah,
成
more
身體
center around
可
stuff.
以去
Yeah.
全部運用
You
嘅
use both your
打
hands
樁
at
嘅
the
時候
same time.
咧，全部都係雙手。
That's my favorite block right there. The one he's doing right now. I love it. It's my favorite block in Wing Chun. Right there. The twist, the grab, the push. He's gonna push? I think he is at some point. But the twisting and the forearm. Yep, there we go, push. The palm, the Pak Sao. The
當然
palm
兩隻
strike,
手
yeah.
一來需要平衡咯，我哋平衡就係我哋
Yeah.
自己力量嗰個平衡，因為呢個收翻嚟嘅力
Yes.
係幫出到去嘅力。
It's about the momentum. I agree.
另
Boom.
外一個作用就係
So he has using the momentum for the other hand
對手
to
就會撲埋，
use the power in the other
打
one.
開就會贏好多咯。
Yes. I agree.
兩隻手同時平衡咁用啊嘛，你哨嗰下我就
Maintains
消
defense and
化合一
attack.
呢啲
Yes.
叫做攤呢隻手攤呢隻手。
One hand block, the other to attack.
兩隻手另一個狀
That
就係
is
呢隻
to
手
unbalance you.
攞你個重心，令你戳埋嚟。係。你有力
Can
入。
make you fall only if you get force
你先
towards
會
me.
戳個人啊嘛。咁呢隻手就唔係淨
My
係
right
燒
hand not only
簡單
blocks,
燒，同時
also
將你
causes
重
you
心
to lose
戳落嚟，
balance.
令你撞呢個力大。
Forget it when I hit you with my left fist.
或者你呢邊
Same thing from the other angle. As soon as you attack, I took your left arm. Yes.
控制咗你嗰個
As I'm already controlling your balance.
咁你跌
Yes.
緊佢就點
Once
打
you
咧？
use balance, you lose your ability to attack. You take away their structure and their balance, and you make them not be able to attack. I agree.
呢隻出嚟就仲好，咁我多一隻手俾我打。
You just do the same thing again. Yeah.
即係你擺手埋俾我攞多次，你仲心打。所以兩隻手就係需要咁樣。
That's why you use both hands. Yeah. Of course, there's a risk with it, but you got to know how to use that risk to your advantage. See, Chi Sao.
係經驗未夠。
Here we go, Chi Sao.
當你打對手咁短嘅時間，你未必可以貼住對方嘅手去做咯。
See, he's moving his whole body as one, even in Chi Sao. Everything, his whole body is a unit.
You work day in and day out on Chisao, on form and on
Yes.
feeling. Like I said, I can't stress that enough. The feeling part is the most important part
Important
because it's
part,
getting
yeah.
used to the fighting distance and then being able to react to the person.
To everything. Yes, it helps with reaction time. And it's basically our version of speed back. Yeah.
Or you attacking the person or looking for openings.
When you see Chi Sao and you're like, oh, that doesn't work in fighting. Yeah, it's not for fighting. It's for sensitivity purposes.
而去做咗啲反射動
I
作。
mean, yeah, some of it
等
can
呢
be
個通過
applied,
個
but the
鍛
main
鍊先
thing
可
is
以達到呢
sensitivity.
種行為嘅。
Yeah, exactly.
My father often tells me, in sticky hands, you're supposed to be relaxed, but it's often
Yeah.
like a wet towel. So if you think
Yeah.
about a towel, it's very light, but once you
Yeah.
soak it with water, there's a density to it. It sticks to
Yeah.
you. It's dripping. There's a lot of character to it.
Yeah. I
好多
agree.
人可能會誤會咗，以為我黐手一定
There is not. There's more than one.
係咁先叫黐手，唔係咁就唔係啦。其實黐手咧就係搏擊
Usage
裏
of
邊
hands
接觸之後
once you
嘅
make
運動
yes, any usage of hand once you have made contact with your opponents. Chi Sao is basically any of that. Yeah. I agree. This is a very good documentary. Control. Yes. It's all about control.
黐手接觸之後，
So there's no close to the opponent when using Chi Sao.
好細微嘅動
Smallest
作
mistake
錯
could be
已經可以
fatal.
俾人
Yes.
用到㗎啦。所以你必須先控制到自己先。
You gotta learn to
咁
perfect
你先
your
可
body.
以再控制到對方去。
Perfect yourself before you fight. Yeah. You see how fast he is? He hit him in the sternum too. See, he's actually hitting him. You don't typically see that. You typically see the Chi Sao of your opponent the future backing up to the opponent so their student doesn't hit them, and creating this illusion of like fantasy fu, as I've heard before, and like the illusion, oh, my teacher's unstoppable, he's unbreakable, he's invincible because he can't touch him because he's backing up. Yeah, but if you go for a takedown, you'll get his ass. That's how it works. They back up, you can go in for a takedown and get their ass. Now, of course, you got to be careful what they're doing, but if he backs up and it's Chi Sao and stuff, you could go for a takedown.
當同人溝通嘅時候，
it's
我哋有時會受到負面情緒嘅影響，而唔能夠控制自己，令到自己、家人同埋朋友受到傷害。
如果你撲身出去打，你一失咗你會跌。
Yeah. Too much over reliance will
呢一
force you to lose your
種
balance.
重心撲晒出去。
Don't lean forward. Yeah.
就會撲埋。
Exactly. Yeah. That's what happens if you lean forward.
所以盡量都係攞住個重心，要入就咁入。
Why you don't see Wing Chun lean forward?
就唔好打個身出去。
有時我哋雖然能夠控制自己嘅身體同埋位置，
Some are in
但係我哋
painting
都或者想
causes us to act rashly.
一
Yes.
拳打到對方而失位，同
I
時亦
agree.
都會過度消耗自己嘅體力。
有一場我一個半
One match I knocked out my opponent in the second round,
係嗰人已經散
but I was
晒，因為
exhausted
對手又好硬淨。
as it took dozens of punches to knock him out. Yes.
嗰陣又冇經驗，唔識
This
諗。
person did not pace myself. You gotta learn to pace yourself. I have a major problem with
今日
that
咧就
too.
講講詠春嘅
Moderation.
中度。
What is this
我
moderation?
哋講嘅中線即係形象上嗰個中度。其實我哋嘅用法，譬如
Use
用
your
力嘅
power,
方
maintain
法
position, balance our
位
hands.
置
Yes.
左右手嘅平衡，甚至攻守。
Attack and defend are all in moderation. Yes, I agree. Fires too front heavy. You may lose balance. Yes, you may get fell over if you get punched, or you may fall over if you get punched. I mean, you know, certain ways you all get fall if you get punched, but you lose your balance easier. Exactly. It also reduces power leaning forward. Appropriateness. Yes. You evade at the right time, you're good. Yeah. Timing is important too. Let's talk about timing. Yeah. It's important. Attack and defend. Yes, exactly. Attack and defend. Defend and attack. Yes, exactly. Exactly. If it's right there, if he tries to counter strike, what is happening? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You have your choice on what to do. Minimal force, you feel what they're doing. Yes. You can feel what your opponent next attack you. Yes, I agree. Boom. See how he uses full rotation even in the demonstrations? This is really good. Go check out the original if you have any questions about it.
And I trained with my father in the backyard, and it was just us doing sticky hands. The power in which my father gave me and the exercise that I had literally took the energy out of me. And I remember
you can take the breath out of people.
Wing Chun was not just a sport; it was very special to me.
Exactly. Then again, you also have to train properly with conditioning and stuff, as I said earlier. Yeah. Practice understanding Wing Chun properly, relax your body and maintain our position. Really is the science behind Wing Chun. Yes. But most people don't. Most people do not. Yes, Centerline is the most important thing. Exactly. Yeah. See, he's still rotating his entire body. He may be relaxed, but he's rotating his shoulder. Look at his shoulders. You can see the shoulder rotating. Simple fighting, yeah. Simple does not mean easy. There's a difference. Simple does not mean easy. And if it works, anything that works, works.
簡化咗佢，然後佢亦都有咁多哲學嘅思想，然後擺埋一齊，變咗一套而家我哋學嘅詠春拳。
I agree. This was very good.
係有好多
people's exactly.
背後嘅，所以我學詠春裏邊，我覺得哇呢件事一定係好大嘅精神意義喺後邊。
And no matter what martial art you do, philosophy is a very important thing towards life itself. No matter what martial art you do, karate, MMA, taekwondo, BJJ, judo, you know, it doesn't matter what art you do, philosophy is very important.
期望學嗰啲人真係要古老翻少少咁學咯，要信師傅多啲啊，就唔好成日教師傅教。學咗不論你學成點，你真係真心去學，對自己都有幫助。
I would say thank you so much for even naming me Wing Chun. You're exactly right. Everything is based on a small idea and goes into something beautiful. And
exactly.
When people understand that.
For example, I know people don't like math, but I'm gonna bring it up. For example, if every small idea, you know, is a part of every advanced idea, like how algebra is a part of calculus. You know, algebra may be smaller, but it's still a part of calculus. You know, or like how your basic 5 + 5 = 10 is still can be used in the advanced stuff.
There's more to Wing Chun than just fighting.
Exactly. There's more to every martial art than just fighting. Now some focus on fighting more than others, which means they will win in a fight, but that doesn't mean you will win in life. So it's the art, it's the artist, not the art. You see how he's still rotating his entire body? This was very good. I loved it. Good job, Sifu. Good. That was good. I hope that this documentary, a younger generation can understand what essence philosophy is. Yes, I understand it because I've physically trained it. Yes. Narration written and performed by Vincent Lau. Yeah, go check out Vincent Lau. Produced by Catherine Lau, Bill Yip, C. Kung Wan, Seamus Walsh. I'm mispronouncing that last one, sorry, Walsh. Directed by Seamus Walsh, okay. Edited by Augustine So. I feel like I know that name. Here we go, we're gonna go through the credits. English subtitles by Augustine So. Production manual, Scene 1. Director of photography, Derek Fong. Gaffer, Chi. Camera assistants, Tony Choi, Sam Chan. Manwin Pond, Frederick Nam, David Ning. Steadicam operator, Julian Chung. Lighting and assistants, Max Lau, Kahewa Chan. Khalid Salim. Lok Yan Chan. Hoi Wong. Wai Lun Pu. Jeff Chan. Yeah, it's Chinese dude, probably. King He Luke. Hun Hong Tai. Hui Chin Ma. Ching Hei Lung. Wai Yin Sao. Pa Lao. Wa Ching Tong. Wao Ming Chan. Siu Nim Tao. Kalong Wong. He Tut Wong. Chi Sing Long. Train crew: Chu Wing Lee, Wai Luk, Raymond Chan, Stephen Lau, Raymond Kwong, Kenny Lau, James Lee. Visual effects supervisor, Wei Sullivan. Composer, John McMahon. Second unit camera, Edwin Lee. Sound recorders, Dominic Yip and Ivan Howe. Digital colorist, Alex Forkland. Digital imaging technician, Augustine So. Research, Kevin Ip. Production assistants, Kazanda Tran, Elise Cheung, Ju Ho, Dennis Wong, Ho Yin Ning. Art director, Billy Cheon Yu Lau. Art assistants, Penelope Wing Yan Tao and Benjamin Poon. Additional art direction, Adrian Wong. Wing Chun action director, Sifu Lau Ming Fat, which is the Sifu, yeah. Additional action direction, Alan Wai. Interviewees, Vincent Lau, Sifu Lau Ming Fa, Justin Lee, Wak Yuk, Hardaway, Chen Chun Kwan, Albert Sang, Clara Sang, Natalie Wu, Paul Sak Wong, Darren Wong, Kai Yu Lau, Tao Fu Long. Cast: Alan Wei, Ken Law, Ying Wei Young, Ruby Cho, Cindy Hao, Edward Chung. Wing Chun students: Melissa Young, Curtis Wong. Makeup artist, Eva Fung. Additional editing, Edwin Wee, Samus Walsh. Music by Henley Wow. Additional music, Philip Young. The Swan by Kamala Sands, performed by Klesara Tans Fung and Chung Ping. Avivia Madagascar by Wolfgang Medius Mozart, licensed from Universal Publishing Production Music. Mixing and Foley effects, showreel film fantasies. Translator, Candy Ping Lapwan. Special thanks to Foshan Ying Nan Tandy, the Chinese University of Hong Kong Faculty of Medicine Department of Orthopedics and Traumatology, Sports Medicine Division, Professor Daniel Fong Tik Tao, Hu, Philip Ning, Foshan Xinjing, Yilo Ning, Kang Li Culture Art Gallery, Ip Man Museum and Foshan Ancestral Temple, Sing Tao Newspaper Group Limited. Copyright at 2012, Foshan Ya King Property Development Co. Limited. This is a very good documentary. I advise you to check out the original without my reactions. And yeah, if you want to see more Kung Fu and martial arts philosophy videos or live streams, or just in general martial arts live streams, commentated by Faceless YouTube channel, I recommend you to like and subscribe. And this was a very good documentary. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.